everyone, and welcome to today's video. If you are new here, my name is Kim, also known as Yarning for a Smile, and I am a knitting and crochet addict. But today's video is focused on the hashtag that is going around on the YouTube streets in our Yarny community, and that is hashtag amigurumibooktag. And this tag was created by Chronically Crocheting, and she put a call out to see what other creators not only had some amigurumi books, how many they have they actually used some, because we know some of us just like to buy things and not actually use them, because it's a whole separate hobby, especially when it comes to yarn, and if we have any favorites and what's some of our thoughts on them. So, since I love making amigurumi, both knitted and crochet, I felt like this was something that I really wanted to do a video on. Amigurumi is a Japanese word. It is a word that is compounded of three separate words. The first word is ame, and I'm probably saying these wrong because I'm a southerner from Alabama, so please excuse my pronunciation. And ame means crochet or knit. I think a lot of times people just think of amigurumi and they think it's crocheted, but it's knit too, just so you know. The second word that it's come from is kumori, K-U-R-U-M-I, which means wrapping, because you're wrapping that yarn around your hook or your needle. The third word is nigurumi, N-U-I-G-U-R-U-M-I, and it means stuffed doll. Now, amigurumi doesn't really have to be stuffed dolls. It can be stuffed animals, or objects like little stuffed houses, or like the first thing I made, which is right here, is a keychain. I know, I went on a ledge on that one and making something completely off the wall. And I think when I kind of scanned through some of the videos, there wasn't that much knitted representation, and I want to change that. So first of all, before I start showing books, I thought I would kind of show a couple of the items that I have personally made of amigurumi. I have close to 80 something stuffies that I've made over my years of crocheting and knitting. I didn't pick up my first hook until December the 28th, 2012, so everything I've made has been since then. And I taught myself to knit that July of 2013. I actually joined Ravelry January the 1st, 2013, and every project I've ever made is actually on Ravelry with photos. So, in saying that, I'm going to drop a link below, a tab that I've created that has all the toys or amigurumi that I've made in it. So you can just kind of fly through and see and hopefully find some inspiration. I do tend to knit a lot of my stuffies, especially my gnomes. I've never actually crocheted a gnome, unless you consider an elf a gnome. Are we calling elves gnomes? I don't know. And I do have some favorite designers, and some of those designers only kind of sell single patterns. And I'm going to show you a couple of those things because I think that her designs need to make a cameo in this video, because even though I don't have any of her books, her designs are amazing. So one of the ones I pulled is this guy, and this is my U, and he is made out of Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton, and I kind of sometimes move his eyes so they face the same way, the white part, but I didn't want to glue them down because I like making him have crazy expressions. But he is knitted. If you do use I Love This Cotton, be very careful and always do a test wash. I found that this color, and I can't remember this colorway name, but it's in my project notes on his project page, bled really bad when I washed the test sample. He is a super easy and cute guy to make. I have her octopus, who looks very dashing with his eyeglass, and then he has his mustache and his hat. He is made out of Barocco Remix, which is a recycled yarn, but he is so nice. And I think that's all the knitted ones that I pulled, but again, there's a whole bunch you can see in that link below. If I had to choose my favorite knitted one, it would probably be one of my gnomes. As far as crochet, my favorite crocheting designer is going to be Toft Designs, probably. I love them. I have one of their books, and I have a bunch of their kits. I have a bunch of their kits I haven't even made yet. so many things I need to make. They also put a lot of patterns in Simply Crochet magazine. But Simply Crochet a couple years ago had a calendar. They put out calendars every year, and their calendar was these dolls of the month. And so I made several of them. I didn't pull all mine down, but I pulled down this one, my little gardener, with her little overalls. And this is using some I Love This yarn. And I stuck a Minecraft flower in her little pocket, because those are pockets so you can actually stick her hands in. I can't remember if that was part of the pattern or if I did that separately. And then this was another one. This was the Easter doll, and his little hat comes down, or you can put it over his head. But he is so cute, and I really love this. I love this yarn. I bought enough of this yarn to make every one of the dolls out of, so they kind of all matched. But I only did like 3 or 4 of the dolls, because I just got tempted by other things. But you can even make things like plants. It's just good for those who maybe not have a green thumb. Whoops. To even bigger things, this is my Alpho. He is a Fresh Stitches pattern. It's actually probably one of the first things I've made. My Grogu. He's pretty massive. But those are just some ideas of things. Oh, and I do want to show you, you can even make super small things like this snail. I tend to make a lot of amigurumi and use those Christmas tree ornaments throughout the year, and I did show a bunch of those off in one of my Vlogmas videos. I will link that right here so you can watch that if you want to see the ornaments that I made. So since we were talking about Toft, I think it's proper that we start with one of their books. And this is probably one of my favorite books that I own. This is something that I do highly recommend. It is from Toft Designs, and the main designer is Carrie Lord. And this is Edward's Crochet Imaginarium. And the really cool thing about this book is, number 1, it's a hardback. Number 2, it's spiral bound. So you can actually lay this flat. But the coolest feature is it's in 3 sections, in which this allows you or your kiddo to design their ultimate little stuffy, and you can create it. You get the basics doll pattern, but then you can change what you do with the head, the arms, and the feet. And as you turn, the instructions for that piece will be over here. So you can make all kinds of combination of monsters. Look at that. So cute. Now, I have definitely used this book. I have made, I think, 2 or 3 from this book. But I want to make a lot more just because it's really fun to kind of come up with your own little monsters. And when you start really playing with color and using the different parts in different colors, you can really create some fun amigurumi. If I can find a link to Amazon for you, I will link it all in the description. These will be affiliate links. Now, one of my other favorite books is something that I actually got not too long ago, and I have used this book also. I also gave this exact book away back in Vlogmas. I think it was on my day 11, and one of my sweet followers won, which makes me so happy, and I cannot wait to see, Debbie, what you make. But this is Whimsical Stitches, and this is by Lauren Epsy, and I showed this off and talked about it on that Vlogmas episode. And this book is a hardback book, and it's really, really pretty. It's well made. It does go over materials, and it goes over some techniques in the beginning, but it just has a bunch of little quick projects. So if you're wanting something that's kind of quick and easy, this is going to be it. I did make the pie from this book that I use for the Amigurumi Wars. I'll put that hashtag down below. 2022. So this is the table of contents for this book so you can get an idea what's all in here. Each section has a couple of different patterns. So this book will give you a variety of things to make. This is another one that I would definitely recommend to someone. Okay, the next one I'm going to talk about is this guy. Now this is the huge and huggable Mamuchi. I'm probably saying that word wrong. And this is by Anna Harvick. This book I actually picked up at Second and Charles, and I got it for only $9.50. But this is kind of one of the ones that was on my wish list because this book is fun. So this does have knitting patterns in it, where the previous two were crochet. And this one is cool because not only are you making knitted stuffies, but as the book says, they're huge and huggable. So you can get an idea from the baby and the big piece of cake next to them. I haven't made anything from this book yet, but I'm definitely making things from this book. But I wanted to give you an idea of what its table of contents had. These things are big. The thing that I want to make from here, I think that the ginormous hamburger is pretty cute. Now granted, I say it's huge, but depending on what weight yarn you use, it's going to determine the size. Okay, so you don't have to make it super big if you don't want to. I want to knit this because I think this is adorable. So this is the Squidatopolis. And you can see how big he is. He is sitting in the seat driving a car. And it is so cute. They use bulky weight yarn in 2 colors, which is a number 5, and they use size 8 needles. So it's really not bad. It's just a lot. But because most of it is actually just knitting tubes and in the round, it's not that bad. Its little tentacles are, its little bump suction cups are made, it looks like, by a bobble stitch. So they're not separately made and then you have to sew them on, much like the crocheted version that I've seen before. But I love this thing so much, and it will be made. It will be made. Another great make out of this book, I think. This thing for kids, the sleep bot. So if you have a kid that has to maybe travel to the grandparents' house a lot, it's really cute to take a pillow, and it has a pocket they can put like the little stuff in as they go. Are great for the car, and they can have like a little fruit pack snack in there if you're taking a road trip. I think it's super cute. And as odd as it sounds, I really want to make this with a ginormous piñata named Lupe, and he is a true party animal. Lupe is always ready to celebrate, and she'll be bringing the candy stashed in her belly. But this is so cute. I would so hang that somewhere in my yarn barn. It's a lot of fun. They use a bulky weight yarn there again. Roland is its name. And I love pill bugs because you can actually keep them in your hermit crab enclosure, and they are like nature's own little trash crew, and they keep it clean. But check out this guy, how cute he is. I love his feet, and I love the way that the knitted rows work as the creases on his back for when he rolls up. And he is actually made out of a super bulky weight yarn in 2 colors, and they use Hometown USA, which is super easy to find. But he is just the most adorable thing. And about him it says, Roland the roly-poly is done with a life of holding under rocks and is getting ready to let it all hang out in retirement. If only Social Security covered pill bugs. So cute. So I highly recommend Huge and Huggable Monomuchi. I don't know. We'll go with it. So this book is another one of my Second and Charles finds. Second and Charles, in case you don't know, is a bookstore chain that overtook basically Books A Million. I'm not sure if Books A Million bought them or if I think they bought Books A Million, but we had a local Books A Million, and now it's a Second and Charles because they have taken it over. And although Second and Charles does not sell any kind of magazines, I do love them for occasionally finding some really good knitting and crochet books. But this one is called Babes in the Wool. But I love this because I have seen one of these dolls made. One of the local knitters made one of these dolls, and it is so cute, and I've been wanting to make one, and I may actually just leave this book out so I do that, because I think they're adorable. I love both of these dolls. But this book has a bunch of babes made out of wool. Each one is a little bit different, and each one is really cute. So she goes over some contents. So I'm going to hold that up so you can see what that entails. She has an introduction. She has making Jenny, Poppy, and Anne. Making Willow, Samantha, and Elaine. Miranda, Rose, and Chloe. So it looks like you get 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 different dolls with 3 different body styles. And I really, really appreciate how she uses different hair on a lot of the dolls and gives them each their own personality. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of intimidated by doing the face. This one right here is so pretty. Where's her hair? I love how she used some homespun yarn for the hair. I think that's a fabulous idea. It has the thick and the thin. That's just a great use of different texture. And I love that she gives each doll different accessories. Like this one has a vest. We have like one working out doing some yoga or something. But it's just a really fun book. So if you're like me and you're wondering about how she does the eyes, because I had to look it up, page 12 goes over that. And I'm just going to read this to you because this is kind of vital to know before you purchase this book, because you may not want to do something like this. But you can also do different ways. She said, the eyes are the biggest problem I found with knitting dolls. It gives them realistic looking eyes. I've tried embroidering them or using yarn, but could not obtain the detail I wanted, so I began using white felt instead. The woolly texture of felt makes it difficult to paint on, so I first cover the felt with 1 or 2 coats of acrylic paint, and then I use some needle sculpting to make the eyes sit on the face better. You might prefer to do this after you've attached the eyes. She paints on the felt, and then she attaches that to the doll's face. And she gives you several instructions how to do that, and then she talks about how to make the eyebrows and the lips. But you can also just needle felt these eyes. This book is, like I said, it's an older book, 2010. There are so many videos out now for doing needle felting eyes. Crystal of Hook That Yarn, she has a couple, and she makes it look super easy, but I would much rather try to keep the same medium of needle felting opposed to the painted. Although the painted eyes do look really cool. Would I recommend this book to a friend? Yeah, because I think these dolls are super cute, and I love that she makes all of her dolls multicultural. So everyone is represented in this book, and I think that's important. Another one I'm going to show you is another knit one, and this is Stitch New York, 20 Wonky Ways to Knit the City and More. This was, I think, this is one that was, I don't even honestly know where I got this book. Don't remember, it's been so long. But this book has had some issues. I don't know. I think it came to me like that. It may have been sent to me. I may have won this, or someone may have gifted this to me. I have not made anything from this book yet. Full disclosure. It looks like it has some water damage, so it may have been gifted to me. But it is a nice little book. It has some cute little makes, because I have flipped through it. There's a lot of hamburger representation and food in the Amigurumi world, which I think is pretty funny. Kawaii, I think is how you pronounce like that style that has little eyes. I'm probably saying that wrong. Again, Alabama Southerner. Accent gets in the way in a lot of things. This does have a few more things besides Amigurumi. There are lots of leg warmers, which I think are really cute. But I wanted to show this book because of the Statue of Liberty. And my book is making that crazy noise because of the water damage. But I thought she was adorable. And I like her enough that I would possibly knit her up in the near future. So this is one of the ones that's not full of Amigurumi, but it's got a couple pieces that, you know, it's just hard not to show. Okay, here's the contents. we'll go for that first so you can see what's in it. Please excuse my horrible nail polish. So the first of the books talks about the book and some of the stuff you're going to see in there. So there's some of the Amigurumi. You have a taxi, you have people, you have the Statue of Liberty, there's bugs. I think it's cute. You have some city workers. And the back of the book's super cute too because it shows the big hot dog and the hamburger that are in here and a couple of the people. I do like the people. They're cute. So that is Stitch New York. 20 Wonky Ways to Knit the City and More. Now another one goes back to the Mamuchi. And this I actually remember winning. I forgot where I won this though. But I remember winning this book. It might have been at a local yarn store. This is Super Scary Moochies. And this is 20 Cute and Creepy Super Scary Moochies. It's more some little monsters. These are great because they're not too small. And there's not a lot of detail to make it hard. But there's a couple projects that have a lot of little pieces. I do want to show you the table of contents. And I want to show you a couple of the things. So here's the table of contents. There's a lot of cute designs. The whole Muchi, whatever, I'm so saying that word wrong, has a lot of cute stuff. First, the book is called The Old School Ghouls. I am loving the cat Mummy. It's so funny. Again, if you hear a noise in the background, that is my cat snoring on my bed. I would wake him, but it would be rude. So, we have to deal with it. Here's a bigger photo of the Mummy cat. And basically, you just knit the cat and then just wrap it up, which, you know, that's pretty easy. They do have this whole series of things that you can, like, toys, so kids can get little pieces and stuff it in the big pieces. So there is that. There's several other in here like that. Those little pieces and like these little rats make really great cat toys. The thing that I love most about this book, I had to dig to get to there, is this toaster with the burnt toast. I would so make this and put this in my craft room because it's so funny. Number one, because I'm constantly burning my toast because I don't turn it down like I should. And number two, I just think it's adorable. The toast even comes out. And it's just made out of some regular Cascade 220. So the toast even comes out of the toaster. But it's super adorable. I definitely would recommend this book, especially to someone who's, you know, kind of want to just get into some basic knitting of some amigurumi, because this is going to have some kind of more basic pieces that you can knit to get you on the road to success. Okay, so the next one I want to talk about is 50 Yards of Fun. This is another knitting one. This one is probably one of my favorite other knitting designers besides Susan Claudino, and that is Rebecca Danger. I have used this book several times. And I have used this book for actual making things in this, and also using it for a base of making something else. So I will take the base part of a pattern and then I will put my own spin on it to create something. And this is what I used to make this little guy that's going to pop up right here. And I used him as an ornament. But I just kind of come up with a sweater. Y'all, this cat is snoring so loud. I hope that's not popping up on the video. I don't know. But Rebecca Danger wrote this cute book called 50 Yards of Fun. I haven't guessed 50 Yards of Fun because it only takes 50 yards to make these little things. So this is the perfect stash busting book. Now, a lot of amigurumi are actually really great for stash busting, because you can use different colors and they don't really take a lot of yarn to make, knitted or crocheted. But this is the table of contents for this one. So I'm going to hold it up for a second so you can see. And then you can see some of the amazing things that are in here. So some of the things in this book that I love, well, they're all adorable. She writes her patterns in a way that there's not a lot of seaming. You mainly just pick up stitches and knit onto the main body to make it a lot less tidying up afterwards. I'm not an Alabama fan. Let me just say that right now. War Eagle. But I do love and appreciate this cute little elephant. So cute. And then she has this really cute... These all are cute. So it's kind of sorted by body styles in this book. But I love this guy, the Paul Bunyan guy. He's adorable. And then I think this is the section that has the swimmer in it. Yes, so there's this really cute swimmer that comes with his own little life float preserver. He's adorable. I love the Yeti, the Sasquatch, the bunny. So cute. There's the owl. I mean, this book has really got a lot of cute patterns. And this is, again, it's 50 Yards of Fun by Rebecca Danger. Definitely, if you want to get into knitting amigurumi, it is a must buy, I think. Personally, I say it, I stand by it. Let's move on. Happy Gory. 20 super cute amigurumi toys to crochet. This one is by Vanessa Chan. Now, I have not made anything from this book, but I bought it because I like to make stuffies and it's cute. There are some cute little creatures in here. These are all crocheted. Is there like a table of contents page? Yes, the table of contents. Super cute. And to be honest, the reason I bought this book was the cat. Because I wanted to make it for my son. I'm trying to figure out what page he is. Cat. Party Cat, page 60. Let me show you him. He's just a basic crochet amigurumi, but I think he is absolutely adorable. And I want to make him to look like my son's cat, who's a plump girl, solid black cat with some random white whiskers on her body and random white hairs. But I just think it's super cute. There's also desserts in here, but the other really cute one that I love in here is this ostrich. Super fun. I really like, as crazy as it is, they have like this hot air balloon. I think it'd be super cute to utilize this and some other of these patterns if you wanted to make a baby mobile and use the little hot air balloons. And I love how they utilize felt as part of the bunting on the balloon. So this is Happy Gourmet by Vanessa Chan. I can't say that I recommend this because I haven't made anything from it, so I don't know if there's any tech editing errors. However, you can always pull up books on Ravelry, and if there are errata or corrections, often it'll tell you down in the description. It'll even provide the link where you can go and get those and print them off. I have a lot more books to go, and I feel like I'm not going fast enough. So this is another cute doll books. This is Olympic Knits, and this is 18 Champion Athletes and Handsome Horse. This is by Laura Long. This was a really cute book that I don't even remember where I picked up. It might have been Ollie's a long time ago. But it has you knit the doll patterns. Here is the table of contents. And then it has the sewing outlines to sew the clothes for them. And I really think that's cute. I love the idea of mixing different mediums. So you have sewing and knitting, and they're just basic sewing patterns. But there's a good representation of all different sports and cultures in here. There are swimmers, there's athletes, there's the horse rider, there's even a bicycler, there's the swimmers. She is absolutely adorable, the gymnast. But I love books that have different representation. Strongman, super cute book. I haven't made anything from this book yet. So this is the same publishing company that does this. So if you get one of these books, you'll actually see them recommend the other book. on the back. So, super cute. Again, I can't say that I can recommend it because I haven't made anything, but there are really cute patterns in there, and so then, yes, I would kind of recommend it. This was a Hobby Lobby find. We're going to have to speed through these because there's like 40 books. This has got some knitted dolls. I got this mainly because it was $2.58, to be flat out honest with you. I don't see anything in here that I think is like stellar, that I would like be super, super excited to make. Just being completely honest. I do love the sheep. It can be seen here. My nose is itching. I think it's a cute little book. There is the Big Bad Wolf and the 3 Little Pigs. I like that it has patterns that are related to stories. So if you are a parent of, or a grandparent, or an aunt or uncle of smaller children, this would be something cute that you can make them and then gift them the actual book. And that they can actually play with while they are being read to or learning to read. It does have some pretty good pictures of showing how to do different things. There is a disc in the back. It's a bonus CD. Oh, you can actually read you the stories. Well, look at there. Bonus CD. Listen to the stories while they play with the dolls. Okay, that makes me think it's a little bit more cooler. Again, I haven't made any of these, and I haven't even really looked at this, so I can't really say that I recommend it. I do love the fact they included the CD for your for the kids to play with or listen to as they're playing. And this is a leisure art book, and leisure art is really good with their books, and they're really good about keeping up with any kind of corrections on their site. Another Hobby Lobby find. This is Knitted Little Creatures. This book I thought was super adorable. I haven't made anything from this book, but I do have some patterns in here that stuck out to me when I saw it. I only paid $5 for this book, so I think that's a really, really good deal. There's really, here's the table of contents. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 patterns in this book. Favorites are this adorable bunny. Again, I like how they're using the felt around the eyes. Let's pause this video for a second and let me say this. When you use safety eyes for any child under the age of 3, hack you're doing to the safety eye to ensure it doesn't pop off, you are taking a risk, because every company that makes those things puts a warning label on there, not intended for children under 3. I have sat with my youngest son's class when he was in public school, and at that time they were like 2nd graders, and this one child had a crocheted stuffy amigurumi that his grandmother had made him. She had the safety eyes on there, and he even said, because I mentioned, you know, be careful with the eyes, and he was like, no, she melted the back of them so they won't come off. I kid you not. That kid was sitting there and he was chewing on the eyeball. Again, I was like, please don't do that. You can get choked. It wasn't even 5 minutes later. All of a sudden, I saw that eyeball shoot across the room. So the actual stud that was in the back of the eye, because it was melted, it weakens the plastic. So it just popped off. And he spit it out, but half of the eyeball went across the room. It could have been a really bad, scary situation. I'm glad he's okay. But there's really no safe way to use any kind of plastic thing that can break off in any sort of way for a child under 3. So while I appreciate the fact that they use this felt around the eyes, kind of accent the eye more. It's not to make it safer. So please, please, please use extreme caution and your own best judgment when using these eyes around kids. Even kids are older than 3. And I just felt like I had to say that because it just needed to be said. So I really appreciate and love the sheep. I think it is absolutely adorable. I would make it big, like pillow size. But this one also has, I'm trying to find it, a big octopus. And I just love octopus. There is a cute pig. Tentacle Terry. I love its name even. I just love the octopuses. So this one doesn't even have little suckers on its feet. It just has, there we go, all kind of cuteness about him. Now I have crocheted octopus. I actually crocheted two, but one of them was gifted. So this is the one, this is actually a squid. But it's made out of I Love This Yarn. And I think it's called confetti or something. I just love this colorway. And his eyes are actually crocheted on the circles, and then I used some black on the insides. I really loved how this guy turned out. And I made these all different lengths just because I think it makes it more realistic. Although his color is not realistic, obviously. But he's adorable. The next book is another Rebecca Danger. I spoke about her before, back in the 50 Yards of Fun. And this is her Knitted Monsters. I have made something from this book. I have actually made a blue guy from this book. I think I made both of my boys a monster from this book, actually. Would I recommend this book to a friend? Yes, most definitely. Any of the Rebecca Danger books I'm going to recommend. Table of contents. This book has a total of 20 patterns in it. Slap full of cuteness. Give you an idea. These are kind of easier to knit creatures as well. Rebecca Danger does a really good job of making her patterns so even a beginner can create them, or someone who's more advanced can just do some different things with color and create them. So I used this to make my son Claude. And Claude, I made him have different color clothes. And I'll put a picture of Claude right here so you can see him. But there's just some really cute patterns in here. Highly, highly recommend any of the Rebecca Danger. Love, love, love. This one I got when we actually had Books A Million, and I only paid $4 for it, and it's the knitted nativity scene. I think I have the crochet nativity scene also. Yes. So those little kits like this, I have a bunch of those. I do have the nativity crochet set book from it, and this is the knitted version. But the knitted version has all the things to make all these. I do love the sheep. I also just got that kit that came with my Stitchmas advent calendar from Christmas from Hobby Lobby. I showed that and talk about that first nativity scene in this video in case you're interested. But I really, really love the attention to detail on this. This is a very, very detailed project because it has you go in and do all the little buttons and stuff. But this is something that I do want to do completely. I would love to make a knitted nativity scene for my yarn barn. But this is something to me that I would need to plan out. So if I wanted to do something like this book, this would be some planning. I would want all my yarns to be cohesive since this is a nativity piece. So I would want to buy enough of the different colors at one time. And I would like it, you know, if I do something like this to be kind of on the smaller scale. So it would need to be either sport weight or fingering weight. Nothing larger than a DK for me because then it'll be too big. But I love the different techniques it has you do. Like the donkey is brushed so it gets more of a fluffiness. And then you have your sheep using, I can't tell what kind of yarn that is. There's a better picture of the donkey. But this is a really, really cute book. And from what I've seen looking over the directions, it seems pretty laid out pretty well. Majority of these are all using random pieces of DK weight is what I'm seeing. But there is kind of like a little story also in here, which I really love and appreciate. That they take the time to do the story of the nativity with it. This, I mean, I would definitely recommend this book. And I've seen this book. You see this book a lot. It says this book contains patterns for 16 projects, a cardboard staple, backdrop, and a manger. It is suitable for all knitters and skill levels and includes instructions for the basic knitting stitches as well as special stitches and finishing touches. The nativity story is retold alongside the knitting instructions for all family to enjoy. So, I would recommend this book, even though I haven't used it yet. So this is a crocheted Amigurumi book. This is Simply Adorable Crochet. It's 40 of the cutest projects ever. I do love this book, again, because it's a hardback. I love hardback books. And the fact that it is a spiral bound book. This book also has a lot of really cute projects in there. There's some table of contents for you. I mainly, honestly, bought this book for the, I gotta stretch my leg out. I mainly bought this book mainly for the sheep, which I will show you, and the bear. Oh wait, there's more, because there's a lot, I forgot this book has a lot of stuff in it. I got this book at Ollie's for $4, y'all. $4. And it is slap full of things for every single season. Craftiness. This little raccoony guy, oh my goodness. I really love this lady's design style. It's very like chic. It's very chic and very kind of cottagey feeling. I mean, it's adorable. She does have a little bit of a schematic with her pieces. This is the cute rabbit. Sorry, you're going to hear sirens going off. We're not under any kind of tornado watch. It's just a siren that goes off every week. There is a dog. Super cute. I really, really like this book. I have not made anything from it, so I can't say that it is superbly written without errors. It is pretty basic with all the techniques. I like the format that she uses when she writes her patterns, so I think that to me is important. Do I plan on making things from this book? Obviously, yes, because there's some really, really cute things. I like the little sweetest things section. There's also a cat in here that's really cute. These little coffee cups are just too adorable with their little saucers. But if you can find this at your Ollie's for also $4, then like, yeah, I think it would be crazy not to get it. But I think this book has so many patterns in it that even at its retail price, which was $21.99 in the US and $14.99 UK, I think it's a good deal. I think you can still find it probably on sale and cheaper. But like I said, any of these that I can find the links for on Amazon, I will drop them down below for you. We still have all of these books to go, and then all of those. This is going to be like the longest episode ever. Alright, this little cute pamphlet was something that I don't even know where I got, but it has just these little spring chickens in it. This might have been from a magazine. It's got more than just spring chickens. I do love the dog. I'm just going to delete that. So the next book I want to show you is not one that actually focuses on Amigurumi. It's one of the ones that I pulled because what Amigurumi it does have in there, it is absolutely adorable and it is a great, great stash buster. This is the Crochet at Home book, 25 Clever Projects for Colorful Living. I remember ordering this book from Amazon and well, I wasn't really patient. I remember waiting for it to finally be released because I remember when it was coming out and a couple of blogs did some like cameos talking about it, and I was so excited for this book to come out. And I finally got it. But this has some really cute things in here that are for your home, but I love that they utilize stuffies. So I'm going to show you the table of contents. As you can see, there is a lot of stuff in here. A lot. But the things that I really love in here that fit with this whole Amigurumi thing is the Russian nesting dolls and the door stopper. Okay, so here's the door stop, and it is this just giant sleeping cat. And if you know me and you've seen my channel, you know that I love cats. We have 4. I mean, obviously, Prince Charming just woke up. He's looking at me right now like, why are you talking about me? But I love this big old doorstop kitty cat. The nesting dolls, I did actually start the nesting dolls at some point many years ago. And I can't remember what happened, but I put them down and then I lost the pieces that I'd started on, and I really need to just start them back over because I absolutely adore them so much. And they are made to actually go inside of each other. How cute is that? So cute. So this is Crochet at Home. Not only are you getting adorable crochet amigurumi, but you're getting this really amazing blanket pattern in here. You're getting these pot holders. I mean, this book just has it all, and it's super colorful and a great way to get rid of some of your stash, because I know we're all stashing down this year. This is a little pamphlet from Leisure Arts. I love these. My Michaels and Joann's sells these, and these are always like $10 and under, but they always have cute little pieces. And this one was actually sent to me when I did a couple of book reviews for Leisure Arts on my previous channel that unfortunately got deleted. But this makes little fun baby boxes that have little pieces and stuff that they can play with. I never actually made anything from this because I was having a hard time coping with fertility treatments on my own, and I just couldn't mentally do it at the time. But I'm definitely may pick some of this up and make some to put up for a future grandbaby. But they're really cute, just different side boxes or blocks that have little interaction things on there for little kids. And this is crocheted stuff. And it makes 2 activity cubes with movable pieces for $8 is the retail price. This was another Hobby Lobby find, and I bet you can never guess why I picked this up. That and the fact that I paid $5. It's always the $5, but I love octopuses. This one's also crocheted, and this one you have to make the little bobble stitches, but I do love how they utilize those for his tentacles. But this thing also has a lot of other cute patterns in here as well. And I showed this on one video, maybe it was a live, I don't know. This is by Carrie Gindler. But I'm just going to show you the table of contents so you can get an idea. Look at that cat. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So the bunny rabbit, I remember showing before. Super adorable. This is the winning shot right here. All 3 of these I want to make. The bull, the octopus, and the cat. Super, super cute. But like I said, if I can find this book anywhere for you, I will definitely link it. I think because the retail price of this is only 20 bucks, I would still consider this a buy at retail price because it has such cute patterns in there. Look at the cute turtle. Oh my goodness. I mean, I think it's very, very cute. I have not made any of these, so I can't say anything about the pattern style. Looking at the pattern style, it's very straightforward. For example, one of the rows say knit one. Well, did I say this was crochet? This is knit. I am so sorry. But just by looking at the pattern, it says knit 10, parentheses, knit 2 together through the back loop 6 times, knit 10. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I like the format that they write their patterns in. I mean, it's really got some cute stuff. So would I recommend this book? Probably. Even without having to make anything, just by how adorable the patterns are, I think, and looking at how they're written, I think it'd be really, really cute. And for all the unicorn lovers, there's a really big knitted unicorn in here. This is a recent one that I picked up. This is another Ollie's purchase. My Ollie's had this for $7, and this book is thick, and it is heavy. It is so heavy. This is Knitting Toys and Dolls. There's 80 plus patterns, and as you can see, they are very detailed and cute. There's a lot of dolls. There's a lot of animals. They use different techniques. Some of them have where they use fabric to accent the animals. But super, super cute designs. And it's a nice made book. Here's some more of the girls. I tried to find this book on Ravelry so I can add it to my book there so I can use Ravelry to search the patterns, but this book has not been added yet, unfortunately, or I couldn't find it on there. Occasionally you'll run across books that have that. It does have a lot of information on the front. It has, you know, the names of some of the techniques, the abbreviations. Here's the table of contents to give you an idea of how many patterns are in this book. I can't even get it to fit. There we go. Lots of stuff. This book retails $34.95 in the US, and I mean, I can see that. Like, it's really heavy, and there's over 80 something patterns. So without having even made any of these, I would recommend it, especially if you can find it at your local Ollie's for that $7 price. Don't pass this up for $7. This book is one of the ones that doesn't really focus on amigurumi, but it has several pieces in there, and I thought it definitely needed to make this video. This was actually a book that I was sent to review when it first came out from Annie's, and this is Deck the Halls 20 Knitted Christmas Ornaments, and I have made a lot of these ornaments. You can actually see them on that video that I linked above previously. I've made the moose, I've made the snowman, but you can actually use bigger weight yarns. I even made that. You can use bigger weight yarns and make these actual little stuffies if you wanted to. Here are those. So I really wanted to show that this retails for $9.99 in the US. And I really highly recommend this also, just because of the cuteness of the ornaments and how easy they were to make. I love the moose that I made. I used a sport weight on him, I think. I did note on this right here, I think they tell you to use yarn overs to make your increases. Whenever it has that in amigurumi, I always just ignore that, and I do either make one right or left to avoid holes, and that way you don't have little stuffing stick out. But the reindeer, I definitely can be seen made on a bigger gauge and made into a stuffy. It's super, super cute. So highly recommend Deck the Halls. And that was an Annie's publication. This one was another one of the Hobby Lobby finds at $3.22. I grabbed it because, well, why not? I can't really say I suggest this because I have not made anything out of it, but it does have some cute patterns in here, and at that price, I couldn't say no. My favorite is going to be the owl and the chicken and the cat. But this is super cute. It does have some just basic written out instructions. It's just a typical format that we're probably all used to. And again, these are knitted. These two I pulled because they are not really amigurumi in a sense, but yet they are, because you can actually use some of this stuff to add accents to the pieces that you make, and also set a scene if you're wanting to do like a little scenery. So this is 100 lace and flowers to crochet, and this one is 75 birds and butterflies and little beasts to knit and crochet. And this one probably falls more under this category than the other one, but you know, sometimes you want to add little flowers to your makes, like on the side as accents, and so that's why I grabbed that one. Here is the table and contents of the birds and beasts and butterflies. And to give you an idea of some of the makes in here. Where's the birds? I have not made any of these. I've used some of the pieces to accent other pieces. But I mainly bought this because of the cute bugs. Like, I love the caterpillar and I love the bee. And I bought this right after making that snail originally. I really love the slug. I think it's adorable. He kind of goes with my snail. He probably needs to be made. So that is that. This one just has a bunch of flowers. And they all have instructions, but they're also charted. So you can use these almost as embellishments. That's the word I was trying to think of for your other amigurumi. So now we're just going to kind of focus on the little bitty books I have as far as the little kit books. These are often everywhere. I think I've seen some of these come before at Walmart. Sam's Club sells these now. Occasionally you can find some of these at your local Kohl's. Occasionally you can find some even at your Books A Million or your other places like that. I mainly get mine from Sam's when I see them. So I have the crocheted dog kit that comes with a bunch of dogs. And I have the cats to go. I got both of these together. These were priced at $10.98, but I think my local Sam's had them for like $9 something. I thought they were pretty cute. They do come with yarn to make 1 or 2 of the creatures. So this one comes with the yarn to make 2 dogs, and this one comes with the yarn to make 2 cats. This is another one that I found somewhere. I don't remember where that sticker's from, but it's some food. And this one has the little book, and it has the little pieces. And this book comes with 12 different detachable designs, everything you need to make 2 scrumptious projects. So it has the yarn to make 2 projects. I thought that one was super cute. And now I'm just going to show you these. So I have the crocheted Star Wars Even More. So this is the second one that came out of the series. I haven't made anything out of the second book, but I have made some out of the first book. And that's the yarn it comes with. And what I do is when I get my books, I just take out the stuff and put it in a Ziploc bag. And that way it takes up less space and everything stays together. So I also got the Animal Planet Safari crochet because I love animals. I guess there's not a page that shows all of them. Some of my favorite, I love the whatever this guy is, I can't think, and I love the little warthogs. Look at his little tusk, so cute. And this one comes with the kit to make a lion and a warthog. I can make him. I got the Wizard of Oz kit. I got the Marvel, Classic Disney, Crochet Cactuses, Frozen, the classic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, classic movie to watch, Zootopia, The Boys from Liverpool, the original Star Wars book, and you can see there's a nice crease because I've made several of the little creatures in here. I think I made like 2 or 3. Disney Princesses, the Nativity Crochet, Harry Potter, and the Peanuts. And that, my friends, is it.